So look, I work a 9 to 5 and I see so much talk completely demonizing working 9 to 5s. And I just want to have my input on it because obviously as somebody who's been doing it now for 6, 7 years, I have a good understanding of what the world is and what it's going to continue to be in the 9 to 5 world. So the biggest problem with a 9 to 5 is that it just doesn't give you that much time to yourself. You have to sleep for, let's say, 6-8 hours a day. Then you're going to work for about 8 hours a day. You could be commuting for 3 hours. You get back home, you're completely exhausted for working for somebody else. You don't have time for yourself, or that's what we tell ourselves anyway. We don't have time for ourselves. And then we just go to bed, or we death scroll, or we play Xbox, or we just don't do anything meaningful. And in the long run, we just become mindless zombies. Now that is the picture that most people have of a 9 to 5. When realistically, it really isn't that bad. Depending if that's what you want to do. Because you need to understand, some people are okay with working a 9 to 5. Some people don't want to go off and do extra things and have to have crazy lives. Some people just want to go to work, come home, and do what they want to do. Now, whether that's come back to their dogs, their families, to their gaming consoles, I don't know what it is, but we really need to stop demonizing the idea of 9 to 5s, because if everybody decided that they didn't want to work a 9 to 5 and just went off and did what they wanted to do, the world will go into anarchy very quickly. We need people to work in the society that we've built for it to work. No, I don't believe in capitalism. I think it's quite terrible, and me personally, I don't really want to work a 9 to 5, okay? Like, I'll be real, I don't really want to, but the place I'm in right now, what I'm doing right now, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be waking up every morning going, yes, let's go. But most mornings I don't wake up kicking myself being like, why am I doing this? Yes, some mornings I do, because this is what I want to do. I want to record videos, I want to talk, I want to make a brand for myself from content creation and branch off into other avenues. That's what I want. But what I need to do right now is I need to financially support myself. I need to compete in this world. I refuse to let myself sit at home in bed and not work while I'm not having any other income come true. And that's hard for me to say because I don't value money. I think we put so much value on materialistic things, and this piece of paper that we're so obsessed over really bears no weight to me. Now obviously I want it because I need it. I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do without it. But as soon as I get enough, I'm giving it all back. Like, I really don't care about it. Truly, I really don't. If I had excess money, it would be given to charities, people that I care about that deserve it. I'd give it away straight away. It really doesn't bother me. But we can't exist in this world without some sort of incentive. And that incentive is money. Whether you like it or not, it's really important. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, like a 9 to 5, yes, it's probably not what anybody really wants to do, the majority of us, but it's needed. And it gives you a lot of security as well. Knowing that you go into work Monday through Friday, you're on set hours. You know when you get your breaks, you know when you go home, you know for a fact that you're covered financially. It gives you security. It's not a bad thing, especially for families. I've seen people work 9 to 5s and be okay with it. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. So can we please just stop demonizing the idea of it? Now, if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, I respect that as well. But don't start calling people slaves to the system and all this, because at the same time, if they weren't slaves to the system, you would not be able to go on here spouting your absolute malarkey and be able to do what you do. Right? Because if every single person who actually went off and worked a 9 to 5 decided to chase their dreams, do content creation and do this and do that, who's picking up the bins? Who's working in the fast food restaurants? Who's working in the finance sector? Who's working on your social media algorithms? Nobody. So, if anything, you should be happy that certain people work a 9 to 5 because they keep you in business. But hey, look, that's just my opinion. Who am I to judge?